This morning, me and my little brother are setting out to find some evening primrose. We're gonna steal it. We're going to steal it, and then I'll show you how to make evening primrose tea. Since discovering more about evening primrose just a few weeks ago, I've taken quite an interest in it. And I feel like its timing has been somewhat of a godsend. Because as it turns out, evening primrose is great for vagal tone and regulating a dysregulated nervous system. Today we're at Garvin Brown Nature Preserve in Louisville, Kentucky, and there are fields of flowers everywhere, and evening primrose as far as the eye can see. Evening primrose is often found along a water source, so we're gonna walk a little bit further just to get away from this river. Evening primrose is well known for primrose oil. Primrose oil is often used for PMS symptoms or certain skin conditions like acne or psoriasis. And this is because evening primrose is so anti-inflammatory. Where I live, this is what evening primrose looks like. The flowers are still open because it's 10 a.m. here. Best believe they'll be closed in an hour. And this is where evening primrose gets its name. These flowers will open around sunset and then close the morning after. Atticus is my watchdog. He definitely keeps a lookout for me, which I appreciate.
What?
With how excited I am about evening primrose right now, I'm trying to not be out here like Scrooge McDuck. Anyway, I'm in a place where there's a lot that I need to heal from, and even though I've come a long way, I still have a dysregulated nervous system. Being hypervigilant is the norm for me, and even though I don't burn myself out as frequently as I used to, it still happens. It is a whole exhausting cycle that I am so ready to just rid myself from. So I have been taking control of my health. And this is something that we've been conditioned against thinking about freely. We actually have more power and leverage than what we're led to believe. At this point, we've gathered the loot to our heart's content. We have the spoils and we're heading back. So now that we're back, we're going to be making primrose tea, and I will show you how. I wish I had more time to talk about this plant because it's truly amazing. All parts of evening primrose are medicinal and edible. If you're in a survival type situation and you need food, the root of evening primrose is a starchy kind of vegetable that tastes like parsnips. It's quite large, the root is. Anyway, I'm rinsing the evening primrose, and then I'm going to take it a step further and let it soak in a bowl with some vinegar just for good measure. Half of this evening primrose I plan to dehydrate. The other half I will be air drying in my small apartment. To air dry these, I'll just tie a bunch up with a cotton string and hang them in a well-ventilated spot. Drying out herbs this way can sometimes take up to a couple of weeks, but being that evening primrose is a little bit thicker, I would expect it to take longer. At any point during the drying process, you can take some of these leaves and flowers down to use in a cup of tea. Also, make sure your herbs are dry before you leave them dripping on your antique furniture. Evening primrose has also been used to treat asthma, bronchitis, whooping cough. Something else that I was impressed by was a study that I found where evening primrose successfully treated alcohol-related liver damage. Okay, where do I sign up? Most notably, people know evening primrose for its ability to balance hormones, but there's so much more to this plant than that. So I personally am using this plant for nervous system support, but I'm definitely looking forward to the other benefits. But I keep wanting to go back to how evening primrose has such a unique ability to calm and support a very stressed out nervous system, which then gives tone to our vagus nerve being crucial to the function of our parasympathetic nervous system. And like I said, I'm dehydrating some evening primrose as well. I think I bought this dehydrator at Walmart 8 years ago for $35. I'm so surprised it's going as strong as it has. Evening primrose is great as a tea before bed. It has a very sedative-like quality that you can pick up on in each cup. So many herbs help to reduce inflammation, but evening primrose is beast mode about that. If ever you're having severe menstrual cramps, evening primrose oil is definitely a go-to for that. I did go ahead and remove these seed pods. It wouldn't be as strong as primrose oil, but here I have the potential for my own oil infusion using these seed pods. Unfortunately, at this stage, they're not mature enough to be too efficient in that way. I mean, I could get some nutrients from that. I'm just not sure it's worth the oil, basically, is what it comes down to. So I'm gonna let these sweet little babes dry out overnight. Hopefully it doesn't make our apartment too warm. This summer has been so hot already. Very cool story, bro. I already know. I'm going to go ahead and prepare myself some tea now. For the nervous system support that I'm looking for, I'll be drinking 3 to 4 cups of this a day. I will not lie to you, this tea does taste like green beans, at least while it's fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and add some grass-fed butter just to lean into it. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful and you're feeling inspired by evening primrose.